New Smyrna Speedway. It's also been at the Orlando Speed World for a couple years, back in 2009 and 10, and back to New Smyrna Speedway in 2016. Time now to take a look at the starting lineup. 21 different champions in the last 22 seasons for super late models here at the World Series. 5 different top qualifiers, including fast qualifier tonight, Brent Cruz in the 24. He'll start from the 8th position with that 8 invert. Pole sitter will be the 08 of 8th fast qualifier Nicholas Noggle from Nova Scotia. His best run this week came on opening night of 4th. He's got a chance to try to get back up there with that good starting position tonight. Daniel Webster, good qualifying run, driving the Derek Kelly number 21 tonight. Row number 2, the 14-year-old Ty Fredrickson starting 3rd. Good qualifying effort there, 100 laps in front of the young man. And Gabe Summers turned around his week a little bit last night. Going to look to do so again tonight. Put himself in contention in car number 15.
A couple of very talented youngsters from the upper Midwest there in row number 2. Keep an eye on both of those guys. Connor Jones sits 3rd in the World Series standings in the super late model division. He will go from 5th tonight alongside him. 2-time winner this week. And your points leader, Giovanni Ruggiero. Dawson Sutton has been dominant in that pro late model this week. He's going to start inside row number 4 alongside our fast qualifier. This young man has been on fire in this Donnie Wilson prepared super late model over the course of the last 3 weeks. Brent Cruz looking to pick up his first World Series victory here tonight.
Many-time track champion Brad May starts on the inside of row 5. Hunter Wright starts on the outside in the 29. For row 6, it's Mitch Haver and Derek Kraus, last night's top qualifier in the 9.
Billy Van Meter from the great state of Indiana starts 13th tonight. Alongside him, Ryan Walters in the number 0. Trevor Catalano in the 54A alongside Danny Knoll Jr. Steve Weaver rounding out our 17-car starting grid. Adam lights off on the pace car. Time to rock, roll, and rumble for 100 laps here tonight.
Front row starters Nicholas Noggle and Daniel Webster get ready to bring the field to green. Good mix of veterans and youth in this 100-lap race for the final super late model event of the week. Underway at New Smyrna Speedway as Jason Caranci waves the greens. And we're down into turn 1 with Noggle leading the way.
Nick Noggle getting the power down. He's going to jump out to the lead. Look at this. Here comes that 14-year-old from Minnesota, Ty Fredrickson, to the inside for the lead in 3 and 4.
Noggle gives him room up the banking off the final corner there as Fredrickson pulls up nearly wheel to wheel, goes into turn 1. Sideways a little bit, able to save it as Fredrickson got into turn 1 a little bit hot, did a nice job to keep it off of the 08 of Noggle, and now he's pulling forward trying to clear. Noggle for the race lead, lap 2 to go on the board at the line.
Super late model fans remember and recognize that Fredrickson name. Dan Fredrickson, this young man's father. He has had a lot of success here over the years, and right now Ty Fredrickson jumping out to the lead. Nick Noggle back to 2nd, and look at this, Adam. Connor Jones already pressuring Nick Noggle for 2nd.
2nd place up for grabs. A couple of battles behind them as the 21 car of Daniel Webster has fallen to 4th. He has Summers on the outside. Summers going for the 4th position, takes it away. Summers last night, by far, best run of the week. He finished 3rd.
Yeah, that a very, very nice looking hot rod for Gabe Summers here tonight. Had some issues earlier in the week. Didn't get to even make a qualifying attempt on Tuesday night for that ASA Stars National Tour race. You know, some people might have just packed up and headed home. Gabe said, no, we're going to stick it out. He's here tonight looking for his 2nd consecutive top 5. Right now he's racing Connor Jones for 3rd. Top 4 starting to break away a little bit from that 2nd group of race cars led by Dawson Sutton in the 26.
A pretty tight back in the field up front. We were battling now for 2nd. Connor Jones, top qualifier for the ASA Stars National Tour event. A Go Fast Pull Award winner, racing for 2nd place with Nicholas Noggle. Connor Jones in the 44 car. Fredericksburg, Virginia driver, just 17 years of age, 2 5th-place finishes this week. Looks to do a little better on the final night.
Doesn't seem like it was all that long ago. We saw Connor Jones at 14 years of age himself battling here at New Smyrna Speedway in the Pro Late Model division. He picked up a number of wins in the Pro Late Model, made the transition to the Super Late Models last year, and right now he is trying to carry that momentum towards the front. He's to the inside of Nick Noggle. He's going to take over second. Gabe Summers going to try to follow him through.
Gabe Summers here early on has a good race car. The 15, remember, in qualifying on Tuesday night, couldn't get the car to fire for the ASA Stars National Tour first race of the season. It was a terrible break. As they practiced on Monday, everything seemed to be okay, and the car wouldn't fire for qualifying on Tuesday. He does move up to the third position with 9 laps down in this 100-lap event. Single file throughout most of our field now as drivers settle in. When we look at the points contenders for the championship, it's Ruggiero running in the 6th position. Brent Cruz running in the 8th spot with 90 laps to go. Cruz racing to the inside lane in turn 1 and 2 against track champion Brad May. Brad May holding on to 7th. Cruz wants to take it away.
Brent Cruz looking pretty strong to the bottom side of the racetrack as we chase him down the backstretch in that number 24. Donnie Wilson prepared cars have been really stout all week long, whether it's been the super late model division, whether it's been Isabella Robusto in the pro late models. These cars are very tough to beat, and I think right now Brent Cruz just kind of patiently working his way from deep in the field. You know, 100 laps, Adam, it's a long way to go in this type of race car. No scheduled pit stops tonight. These guys got to manage these tires on a very abrasive racing surface.
22 of Gio Ruggiero ready to make his move on Dawson Sutton. Sutton right now running in 5th. Ruggiero to the inside down in turn 3. They're tight. They're rubbing. They get to turn number 4. Ruggiero pulling up to the door now. Sutton tried to keep Ruggiero's momentum down, nearly closed the door a little too much down in turn 3, but Sutton, such a good week in pro late model competition with multiple wins, has dropped just now out of the top 5 in the super late model, and he's in between the team cars, the Wilson Motorsports entries, the points contenders, the 22 of Ruggiero, the 24 of Cruz.
You don't even have to do the old points as they run trick with the 22 and the 24.
Simple.
It's whichever one is ahead is your presumptive champion.
You don't even have to math.
Don't even have to math. That's exactly it. And you know me, Adam. I'm not good at the math. So right now, Gio Ruggiero in front of Brent Cruz. And if he keeps it that way all night long, he will walk out of here with that championship trophy. But I'm telling you what, Adam, that Brent Cruz car looks really, really solid here. He hasn't been sideways. That car, just everything he needs to do right now, he's doing it. He's keeping that car straight, not abusing the tires, hasn't put a mark on it. He is thinking long-term, big picture here tonight. And right now, Brent Cruz, all he needs to do is keep that 22 car in his sights.
And Brent Cruz on the move now, has been able to close the gap on Ruggiero early on, keeps following past as they two drivers running 5th and 6th right now. Ty Fredrickson meanwhile has the lead. Connor Jones running 2nd, upper left of the screen. Gabe Summers trying to track him down in 3rd. They're starting to work a little bit of traffic. There won't be a lot in this race, but they get by the 112 of Steve Weaver.
Dan Fredrickson, a 3-time World Series winner, couple of wins in the super late model division. He's even got a pro late model win here. Right now, his young son, Ty Fredrickson, looking to add his name to the list of super late model winners. And right now, he's got a little bit of space, but I'm telling you what, Adam, before too long, he's going to be feeling some heat from that young man in that number 44 car. Connor Jones, inch by inch, just reeling him in ever so steadily as we come to the 20-lap mark.
It's heating up for 4th right now as the 08 of Noggle has 3 fast race cars, 3 teenage drivers behind him ready to make a move. Noggle holding on to 4th. He could soon drop to about 7th or 8th as they are bunched up nose to tail real tight as they came off of turn 2 that time. We've completed 20 laps, 80 to go, 79 at the line this time, and Ruggiero is ready to go. He's ready to pounce. A little bit of contact he made down in turn 4 with the 08 of Noggle. Now gets to the inside in 1 and 2. Battle now for 4th.
And you have to have a feeling that Brent Cruz going to follow him along past Noggle in the 08. Been a great week for Nick Noggle, regardless of the finish here tonight. He finished 4th, as you said, on opening night. Has opened a lot of eyes, has raced with respect, and still in position to have a great finish here tonight. But as you said, he's got a couple of really good race cars that just worked their way to the inside. Nick Noggle was 4th, now back to 6th.
Single file. Brent Cruz seems to be a little bit faster right now than his teammate Gio Ruggiero. At the same time, you conserve a little bit in the 100-lap race here. Don't want to use it all up, but Brent Cruz is ready to go. Challenging the 22 off of turn number 2, right up against that rear bumper. His car getting through the corners a little stronger right now than Ruggiero.
I think Brent Cruz realizes the top 3 have driven off into the distance, and if he has any hopes of going to victory lane here tonight, he's got to go. He needs to start reeling them in, because it does not look like the caution flag going to play a big factor here tonight. Long green flag run. That's what it's got, that feel, and I'm sure he's feeling it in the cockpit. So he is going to start putting some pressure on his teammate, looking to the inside down into turn 1.
He is all over him, looking for an opening. We'll see if he tries to make an opening. We know they're teammates, but we also know at the same time they're racing for this championship tonight. And whoever finishes ahead of the other is going to win it, as Noggle goes up the track in 3 and 4, is going to be able to continue on. Nicholas Noggle started this race on the pole, but he's faded back.
Dawson Sutton gave him a whale of a shot going off into turn 3. The patience meter in the 26 car had hit 0 going into turn 3 right there.
Ty Fredrickson continues to lead, 27 laps down, past the 1/4 mark of the Orange Blossom 100. Connor Jones, Gabe Summers, Gio Ruggiero, Brent Cruz, the current top 5. They're the top 2. 36 of Fredrickson, having a wonderful run right now for the 14-year-old. One of the younger drivers we've seen race super late models in recent years here at the track. Many teenagers, but normally they're 15, 16, 17 and beyond. And Ty Fredrickson, very little pro late and super late experience coming from the legend cars of a year ago, and he's done a nice job.
Ty Fredrickson had a 3rd place finish up at Oktoberfest at La Crosse Speedway last fall. That is one of the marquee events of super late model racing in the upper Midwest, and to come away from an event of that stature with a podium finish, very impressive for a driver of this age. But right now, here comes Connor Jones. Jones looking to the inside down the front stretch, going to fall back in line, but boy, I think it's going to be a matter of time here before Connor is going to want to, again, that patience meter going to go to 0 pretty quick inside that 44 car. He's going to want to find a way around.
He is there. Connor Jones, the rear bumper of Ty Fredrickson. 31 laps down, and Connor Jones looking for his first win of the week. And he has a strong race car here at about the 1/3 mark of the race. Gabe Summers watching the two battle from about 10 car lengths behind. Gio Ruggiero, meanwhile, has been able to hold off Brent Cruz so far, but Cruz hasn't given up yet. He's all over the back of the 22. But this lead battle right here, the one to watch between Ty Fredrickson and Connor Jones.
Jones to the inside. He's going to pull door to door into turn 3. Ty Fredrickson giving him plenty of racing room, although there may have been a little bit of contact right there through the center of turn 4. Jones to the inside. He's going to clear Ty Fredrickson. New leader down in turns 1 and 2.
Crossover move by Fredrickson, runs back to the inside of Jones for the race lead. Pretty early in the race for a heated battle, but they're aggressive. They're going for it. And meanwhile, Gabe Summers is closing the gap. About to be 3 cars going for it as the top 2. Bumper to bumper, some contact heading to 1.
I think Connor Jones almost lifted those rear tires off the ground right here at the start-finish line. Cut the young kid a break going down into turn 1. I think he said, hey, bud, I'm not too happy with what just happened right there. Connor Jones delivering that message. He's going to let Ty Fredrickson open up a couple of car lengths right there. But you have to know the driver of that 44 car, one of the more aggressive young drivers in the super late model world right now. He is, again, he's going to want to find a way back around. Ty Fredrickson about ready to feel some more heat from Connor Jones.
Fredrickson looking to be the 3rd father-son winner behind Dick and Wayne Anderson and Tim and David Russell. Right now Fredrickson leads, but Connor Jones a little bit quicker. Had made the pass for the lead, and Ty Fredrickson, what a move for the crossover, and took it right back to hold on for a few more laps out front. Gabe Summers following closely. It's back about a straightaway. The advantage for the top 3 over 4th place and 5th place. The team cars of Gio Ruggiero and Brent Cruz. Are they saving a little bit back there?
Well, maybe that's their plan, is to conserve those tires and have a little bit more rubber ready and accessible for that charge to the finish here at the end. Right now, you have to wonder, and you have to think, Ty Fredrickson and Connor Jones really abusing their equipment as we've got a car in the wall. Here on the front stretch, I believe that is the number 12, Weaver, making some hard contact down into the inside wall.
Big hit on the front straightaway as the 112 Weaver went down and slammed the inside retaining wall. Hit the protective water barrels and threw some water up into the air. 38 laps in the books. And that's going to stack the field up on our first yellow of the week. For the Orange Blossom 100, first yellow flag tonight. This is our 7th night, one more left, racing tomorrow night for the several divisions that we will have on hand. Window net coming down for Weaver. It was a big hit. You see the barrels there protecting the end of that wall over there. Still.
He got into it.
Yeah, still destroying the right side of that car, fortunately.
And you see the tire mark right behind the roof. That's kind of where the rear of the car actually went up onto the wall a little bit. Like you said, Adam, big time hit, and the pit road is absolutely drenched from those barrels right there. That was a massive, massive hit.
So Weaver goes over to take a look at his race car with the, I'm sure, heavy damage on that side, as it looked like it hit probably the right front and just behind the right front wheel,
yeah,
from what I could see. So again,
and there's the remnants right there.
Yes, all the water on pit road almost reached it to where the pit crews were.
Good thing Jacqueline wasn't standing out there. She would have been drenched.
Just 12 laps shy of the halfway mark in this Orange Blossom 100 from New Smyrna Speedway. First race of the night. We have 3 more coming the way after this. Pro Late Models 35 laps. They'll be up next. Tour Type Modifieds, a 50-lapper. And then the Florida Modifieds running for the final time this week with a 50-lap event.
Pro Late Models have been fantastic all week long. Lots of good quality racing. Not a lot of drama in the Pro, at least not on the racetrack in the Pro Late Model division this week. The Tech Barn might have bitten a few people back there, but the good racing all week long by that group of drivers in the Pro Late Model division this week.
Points championship battles coming in. We talked about how close the super late model one is. Gio Ruggiero leading Brent Cruz in the race, which means he would have a 2-point advantage at the end if they finish the way they are right now. I don't think they will finish that way. I think they will pick up some more spots. We'll see if Cruz will be able to get by him. Pro Late Models, Dawson Sutton with a 2-point lead in the standings. That's a 2-man race now between Sutton and Hunter Wright. A couple of drivers from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Unfortunately, Jimmy Renfrew Jr. last night was disqualified for a tech infraction after the Pro Late Model race, ending his good week and his chance for a championship, as we will take a look at replay as the 112 of Weaver gets towed off. Watch coming off of 4. It was the 112 of Weaver. Sideways right there, spun it around on the bottom, and watch this hit. Boom. Big hit on the right side.
Could not have picked a worse place to hit that inside wall. It's right where the Jersey barriers stop and the actual wall begins. There's a little bit of a gap right there. And there's the damage to Steve Weaver's number 112. Perhaps not as significant as we were thinking it might be, but there's going to be a lot of work to get that car ready to come back out for the regular season opener here at New Smyrna Speedway coming up here shortly.
Well, we watched that Weaver 112 get towed back to the pits. We'll give you a field rundown right now with 38 laps in. Ty Fredrickson is the race leader. Connor Jones was all over him and, in fact, took the lead for just a blink or two down in 1 and 2, but then Fredrickson came back to the inside. Jones running second. Gabe Summers runs third. Gio Ruggiero is fourth. And Brent Cruz rounds out the top 5.
Keep an eye on Dawson Sutton. We saw him get pretty racy with Nicholas Noggle about a handful of laps ago. He's up to 6th. Derek Krause started deep in the field, the former ARCA West champion, up to 7th. Billy Van Meter, Nick Noggle, and Mitch Haver rounding out the top 10.
Hunter Wright running 11th. Daniel Webster has fallen back to 12th. Tyler Catalano running 13th. Ryan Walters 14th. Brad May 15th. Showing his 1 lap down. See if Brad May's on the track. If he's on the track, then it probably is a transponder issue. He may have missed a lap, as I don't believe he's gone a lap down. And then Danny Knoll shown 16th. Trevor Catalano shown 17th. David Weaver, John Kaufman rounding out 19 cars. As the Weaver machine put back to his trailer, they'll have a lot of work to do to get that thing loaded back up as we send it down to the pits and Jacqueline Drake.
Standing down in the pit area, the number 29 of Hunter Wright. You're currently looking at that left front tire. They said we're having a lot of brake issues currently, and so this red flag actually kind of flew at a good time for them. They came in just to cool it off momentarily, but now with the extended red, they're able to actually put blowers on to the front 2 tires and to be able to cool these rotors off a little bit more. They said, we hope that we are able to make it the 100-lap length of this race and be able to finish at least to the checkered.
Pretty early in the race to start having some brake issues, 38 laps in, but it was a long green flag run, 38 laps, a pretty good run that they had so far.
And you know, these super late models drive a lot differently than the pro late model that Hunter is used to driving here at New Smyrna Speedway. So, yeah, maybe not a huge surprise that he's fighting some brake issues down there.
38 laps in, they have gone red flag to finish the cleanup down here on the front straightaway, maybe replace some of those barrels as well. We'll be back with the final 62 of the Orange Blossom 100 after this.